What's going on, campers? Campfacer here. Welcome back to another Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game video. Today, you guys, we have a tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to play the gas station map as a family member.
Campfacer.
There's a lot of tutorials out there, and a lot of them are how to escape the gas station map as a victim. So this time around, I noticed there's a lot of frustrated family members, especially the new players out there, that say the gas station map is really hard to protect and the victims are always escaping. So I'm going to show you guys how I play this map and how I feel the best way to play this map is, and hopefully if it helps you out, then that's great. I know everybody has their own ways of playing maps and strategy, but this is my strategy, you guys. So let's dive right into it. So first off, you're going to want to select, obviously every match has to have a Leatherface, so you're going to want to select, other than Leatherface, you want to have a cook and a hitchhiker. Those are probably the two best other family members to have. You don't have to have a cook or a hitchhiker, but it's going to make it a lot easier. So the reason why you want to pick a cook is he has the padlocks to add to the strategy. And he has his ability to sonar and pinpoint victims on the map and get on the comms and tell the other family members, hey, I saw such and such, blah, blah, blah. The hitchhiker, he's quick, he's sneaky, he's got his traps, which also help this strategy out. And he can go through crawl spaces, which makes it quicker to check up on things. And I'll explain that in a few minutes here, you guys. So diving in, we're going to show you guys a map that Gun released months ago of the gas station. I added to this map, I put some color keys representing escapes, doors, fuse boxes, and red zone escapes. So diving right in, I'm going to show you guys over here on the right. Let me circle it. We have, okay. Over here on the right, we have the gas station, the front of the map, where the road up and down. These white dots represent after the red zone, all the red doors here on the map. Those are the red zone doors. Those are the main escapes. Once victims open those red zone doors, that's it. Game over. They're going to run off the map and escape. You don't want those to be open. So anyways, we have the back of the map. We have the battery exit where the car is. The center of the map, we have the house right here, and so on. So we have the gas station, the house, the battery in the back. All these yellow bars here represent gates, which are the first part of escaping, which aren't really that crucial, but they are. Over here, we have the green dots, which represent the fuse box, one of many locations on the map. So starting off, I'm going to play the cook to show you guys the best way to show you first hands-on what I'm talking about here. You're going to start off in the gas station as a cook in this one room right here. And that's where this red zone door is. And I'll show you how you lock that and what you do and so on. Let's dive into it. So you start off facing the wrong direction. You want to do a 180. That door right behind him right there. That's the door. If they open up that door, they run out to the road and they'll be out and escape in a heartbeat. So you want to make sure you go up to that door and put a padlock on that immediately. That's the most important door on this map. It seems like 90% of the victims always want to go and escape through this way, you guys. That's why hitchhiker cook starts off here. He has his padlocks. Without the padlocks, it's an easy escape. So you have to have a cook on this map for sure. As soon as you put a padlock on there, open up this door. And now leave that door open. Never shut that door. Some people could argue with me about this, but I'm telling you guys, it's very important to leave this door open. And the reason why is victims can still get into that room through a gap in the wall on the side. I can't show you that right now, but there's a gap they can go. So if you shut that door, whether it's locked or not, victims can still go through and get into that room. Now, by leaving the door open, let's say that you know that one of the victims is in this general area and you're trying to, like, outside here and you're patrolling out here. Now, if the door is shut, you don't know if they're in there messing with the main lock on the front door, the final door that you just locked. You don't know if they're in there or not. So if you leave this door open, you could see, like as you're running around, you could see through this whole, you could see the other door if it's shut with a lock on it or not. So if you shut the door, they could be in there, and they could also latch the door, which makes it harder for you have to burst it down. It takes a little bit. So I would leave that door open. Next, you're going to go and lock this main gate over here on the left. I usually go left. You open up this gate, shut it behind you. Open up this gate, shut it behind you, and lock it and put a padlock on it. After that, go right across immediately to the second gate and lock the second gate with a padlock. Now, those two gates are important for that area. The two gates you just locked were this one and this one. Now, these two gates you just locked protect this whole area, you guys. Now, the only way for a victim to get into that area where the front door is by going through one of the two gates that you just locked. But now you see the padlocks on them, and you can keep tabs on those. If a victim gets a padlock off, they still have to unlock the secondary part of the same gate. They have two steps to do. So it keeps it a little easier for you to keep tabs and protect that area. But right after you lock those two gates, you probably want to get on the comms and tell the hitchhiker or even Leatherface to keep tabs on these two other gates right here that lead to the battery. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 gates in this whole section. Now, another tip, you guys, if you're playing Lone Wolf in a quick play with randoms and you don't want to use your mic, I understand that. You don't really have to. It's going to be a lot harder to do so doing this strategy. But I found that if you do just chime in once in a blue moon and just shout out, hey, you guys, I saw this exit open. It's open now. They're all going to now know, like, to come over and help you out or somebody, and you're going to communicate one way or another. Even if they don't speak back to you, then you could just mute your mic again. It's going to make your solo gaming with randoms a lot more fun. It works all the time. Like I said, just quickly unmute your mic and say, somebody's over at the gas station exit's open. That's all it takes. Mute your mic. You don't have to, like, if you're not into like talking to people, just do that, and it does make a difference. And if you are playing with comms with friends or with randoms and you're all communicating, it also helps if you're running and you find that gates are still locked, let them know that they're still locked so they don't have to waste their time going over to check on it. So if you go to the two back battery gates, the first yellow zone gates, and they're still locked, tell them, hey, the back gate's still locked to the battery. The other gate's still locked. You go to the front, and if you see that the two gates to the gas station are locked, be like, I just checked. Both padlocks are still on the gas station. And they know. Don't go and waste their time on that. They can focus on something else. So communication is the world of difference in this game. So normally I wouldn't run. Right now I'm showing you in the video as a cook. I would normally tell the hitchhiker, hey, make sure the two gates are locked. Maybe put a trap on one of them, and so on, or just keep tabs on those. Because you got to tell your teammates, I'm gonna guard the front two gates as a cook. But I'm showing you right here. If you run up to the gates, see the prompt that comes up. It says unlock and locked. That means the gate's locked. If you're new to the game, that means it's locked. You don't have to worry about it. But if it said open on it, that means a victim had already broke the lock open, and then you can't even lock it anymore. And that means a victim's in there. So those two gates show that they're locked. That's what I'm doing right now, is what you want to have the hitchhiker or Leatherface doing, or another teammate doing. Now, the most important thing is to go around the map constantly and have a scout check up on all 4 exits. Also, here's a fuse box, and it looks like it had a trap on it. I'll show you that in a second here too as well. Now, by keeping those 4 gates locked, you're containing the victims, you guys, into this whole section in the middle. If you keep tabs on those 4 gates and they're always showing locked or a padlock on them, they can't go anywhere. They're in here, and that gives you more chances of hunting them down and killing them. Now, there's also the green. Like I was saying before, the green dots here represent fuse box. There's only 1 fuse box per match, but it could either locate here on the outside of the shed. That's the only outside fuse box in the game. But like as in this match, you just saw it did locate here, and it looked like the hitchhiker had already put a trap in front of it, which is very important. But they could also spawn inside the house at 3 other different locations inside the house. So when the match starts up, if you're the hitchhiker, it's very important to tell the hitchhiker on your team, put a trap in front of the fuse box. Keep tabs on that, because people could undo the trap without you knowing. So keep going back and forth to check on the fuse box, because if they undo the fuse box, you guys, it's almost game over. They could all run to the basement and be out in like 2 minutes. So make sure to keep tabs on the 4 gates to contain them in the center of the map, and make sure to check up on the fuse box. Now, if you're a cook, you also want to stay probably in this general area, keeping tabs on your 2 locks. And at the same time, use your ability to hear where victims are located. And if you find one, pinpoint them and tell the other teammates, hey, such and such is over here, or I saw somebody over here. So work as a team, you guys, back and forth, and try to keep them contained. And that's the best way you're going to win this map. I'm telling you guys. Now, worst case scenario, let's just say a victim opened up this gate or one of these gates. Now they are back here trying to escape through the red zone. So now what that means, it's a whole different game plan. Once one of these 4 gates that I just showed you are open, and if that means that they're in one of those general areas. Now, instead of all 3 family members running back there at the same time, don't do that. Only send 1 family member back there to keep tabs on it, or hunt the person down, or what have you. If you have all 3 of you go back into that zone that just got opened up, the victims might be using that as a decoy and go out a different way. You don't need all 3 family members going in there, because they're not going to kill you. They're just going to hit you maybe once, and you're going to hit them over and over and kill them anyways. You got to guard the exits. So now, once one of the family members is back in that zone that just opened up, he's protecting that spot. You got to keep doing your job and keep tabs on the other spots. Now, if he says all 4 victims are back there fighting him or trying to get out, then it's fine to run back there and give him a hand, but make sure you go back to the other spots, make sure no one slipped behind you. And that's how you play that map, you guys. The hitchhiker could put traps in certain spots to kind of sneak attack people as well, between wall gaps, or maybe he could trap like one of the gate locks. But this is how you basically do this map, you guys. What else? Oh, the pressure valve. If you hear the pressure valve go off, you're going to know it goes off. You can turn it back off, so it's not a big deal. If they get out through the pressure valve, then they earned that escape. But you got to try to keep them in the center of the map. And again, if they open up one of the exits, try to have one person scout that spot, and then the other team members do the other job. So that's it for the video today. I want to say thank you for watching. That's all I could give you guys. I mean, that's my strategy. Anyways, I want to say thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about this strategy? Are you guys excited? Do you have your own way of playing? Share it with me. That's it for the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. As always, campers, stay out of the woods.